Hi, my name is Cari, and I am currently a student at Adult and Teen Challenge of the Upper Cumberland. I spent most of my life living in guilt and shame, trying to numb myself from the abuse from my birth father. I was both physically and sexually assaulted, and I lived in fear. I spent a lot of time with my grandparents because my mother worked several jobs, and every time I knew it was time to go to his house, I looked for ways to numb myself. At 14, I did really good in school and I had great grades. I was very involved in curricular activities, and at 14, I began using drugs. I was looking for that thing to numb the pain. I went from loving school and loving the group of people that I was around and then being positive people to running to parties and to not being around the best crowd. Quickly, depression and anxiety creeped in, and my usage for drugs began to become daily. I quit school and I began running with the crowd that got worse and worse as my addiction began to get worse. I turned to an IV addiction of meth and heroin and completely lost myself. I had several suicide attempts, and each time I never could understand why I was still alive as I would wake up in the ICU. It wasn't until in 2016 that I found myself waking up from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the chest. The doctors telling my family that I would no longer make it, and if I did make it, that I would never be able to live a normal life, that I would always be on disability, and that my mental state would not be able to function on a normal basis. I had numerous surgeries and was unable to walk for a while. After months in a nursing home, I did recover with God's grace and mercy, but I was very angry at Him. I turned back to my addiction, and at this time I completely abandoned my responsibility as a mother, and I had completely started isolating myself from all of my family. I had lost all hope. I was running from not only others, but myself. I didn't think that I deserved a better life, and I had looked everywhere for it, in others, in substances, and I didn't know what to do at that time. That was when I came across the testimony on Facebook of a staff member who I had previously known. But she definitely wasn't the same person I had known. There was a lot about her. There was a joy on her face and in her voice that I had always myself longed to have. I reached out to her family, and with the help of them, with the help of my family and this amazing staff, I was given the opportunity to come here to Adult and Teen Challenge of the Upper Cumberland. Since being here, I've been completely transformed from the inside out. My mind is being renewed every day. I am no longer bound by depression and anxiety. I have been completely delivered from my addiction. I don't have to wake up every day wondering how I'm going to make it through. I get to wake up every day with the joy of the Lord. I have a new song in my heart. I no longer live in darkness now. I see a bright future ahead of me that God has planned out perfectly for me. I know that fear is the liar, and I know that what the enemy meant for evil, God has completely turned it around for my good. I will be attending Bible college so that I can get a degree in faith-based Christian counseling. I want to be able to help others who have suffered like I did in the past. I want to let them know that death and darkness do not have to be their destiny. I want to let them know that there's a future so bright for them, and that void that they're trying to numb in their heart, that the only one that can fill it is the Lord, and that with Him, they will never find it in a human being or in a substance. I also will be being the mother to my son that God has always planned for me to be. I know that He entrusted my son to me and that I'm worthy to be his mother. The verse that gets me through my trials and tribulations is 2 Corinthians 5:17. I am a new creation in Christ. The old has gone, the new is here. Thank you.